creators, welcome back to Creator Best Life for a brand new video. I'm Kimani, and today I'm bringing to you guys one of my favorite videos to film of all time every single year. That is what I recommend and what I'm excited for the coming year to read and watch. So if you like videos like this, give me a thumbs up, hit the share button with a friend, hit the notification bell so you are alerted every single time I post a brand new video, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button so you let me know that you're enjoying yourself and I'm doing a good job. So if you're excited for a 2025 watch list and TBR, keep watching. I know I do this every single year, but also a few times a year based on the seasons. But I wanted to give you a few things. It's a pretty long list of what I'm excited for most for this year. Some are not necessarily in my usual genres that I gravitate towards. I threw in a few that like other people might be interested in, but this is just to get you started, get your list going for what you should be interested in watching and reading. Okay, let's start with books. Here's my list. Currently, I've just started the Inheritance game series. I'm on book 1, loving it so far, so I'm going to read books 2 and 3 right after that, just so I can get done with the series quicker. And I'm over 50% done with the book, and I'm counting it as 2025 because I started it literally like a couple days before Christmas, and I'm still not done because life. We've been enjoying ourselves. But that series is so freaking good. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Basically, the book follows Avery Kylie Grahams, a high school girl who lost her mom and is now living with her stepsister Libby. Avery has just discovered that Tobias Hawthorne, a billionaire, has left her in his will. However, Avery will not simply inherit the fortune. She must play Tobias Hawthorne's inheritance game. Super cool murder mystery, a lot of fun, and the characters are fun, like the dialogue is good. I'm enjoying it. Okay, so not only am I trying to read a lot more, well, I always read books made by women. However, I'm trying to really focus on books that are written by Black people in particular, so whether they're a Black man or a Black woman. And I am interested in reading The Grim Reaper's Lawyer. I thought that was really good. And let me tell you a little bit about this one. When having to decide between spending her afterlife in hell or as the Grim Reaper's lawyer, it's not even a hard choice for Joyce Parker. Of course, she'd choose hell. Joyce thought her prayers were finally answered when her client killed her. Yes, she knows, it's morbid. But so is being a lawyer. Now dead, Joyce thought it was blue skies, angel wings, mimosas, and Jesus. Well, she was embarrassingly wrong. The insufferable but good-looking Grim Reaper needs a favor. He needs her to represent him in the newly formed Reaper's Court. That is, of course, if she wants to go to heaven rather than to hell, which is exactly where she was headed. What starts off as a favor turns into a whirlwind of chaos with Joyce and the Grim Reaper being in the center of it all. Not only does Joyce have to help the Grim Reaper, but she also has to save the whole afterworld, a job she most definitely did not sign up for. Joyce's life on Earth was boring, but her afterlife ends up being the most alive she's ever felt. Trials, secrets, evil reapers, missing souls, traitors, stolen mimosas, and unexpected romance. All of the elements for one hell, literally, of a life after death. I think that is so cute. Like, the pitch is awesome. So long, I just want to read that. It came out in 2022. All right, next on my list is End of Story. End of Story is by A.J. Finn. Sounded interesting. Okay, so writes Sebastian Trapp, reclusive mystery novelist, to his longtime correspondent Nikki Hunter, an expert in detective fiction. With mere months to live, Trapp invites Nikki to his spectacular San Francisco mansion to help draft his life story. Living alongside his beautiful second wife, Diana, his wayward nephew, Freddie, and his protective daughter, Madeline. Soon, Nikki finds herself caught in an irresistible case of real-life detective fever. Murder mysteries, very on brand for me. Sounded good, so I'm going to try it. All right, my next one is Where Sleeping Girls Lie. This has been on my list for a while. Haven't gotten to it yet. Y'all know how that goes. But it's by Farida Abike Iyamide. I believe this is a Nigerian writer. This is a contemporary mystery, and I hope I pronounced her name properly. But it's about a girl new to boarding school discovers dark secrets and cover-ups after her roommate disappears. I'm very interested in that. Sounds good. All right, the next one is by another Black woman author, the last one. It's Rachel Halsell Hall's book, and here's the write-up about it. Thrown into a desperate land of sickness and unnatural beasts, Kai wakes in the woods with no idea who she is or how she got there. All she knows is that if she cannot reach the Sea of Devour, even this hellscape will get worse. But when she sees the village blacksmith fight invaders with unspeakable skill, she decides to accept his offer of help. Too bad he's as skilled at annoying her as he is at fighting. As she searches for answers, Kai only finds more questions, especially regarding the blacksmith who can ignite her body like a flame, then douse it with ice in the next breath. And no one is what or who they appear to be in the kingdom of Vine Verdith, including the man whose secrets might be as deadly as the land itself. So fantasy, romance, horror. Very much excited about this one. Apparently it just came out December 3rd, so it's time. I really can't wait. And apparently it's got some decent reviews. Let's see. But yeah, we'll see. I've already talked about these vicious games and Promise Boys with you guys. I don't need to beat a dead horse. Just know that I want to read it along with Immortal Dark and Vicious Bond. So those are on the list. So I've really been enjoying Holly Jackson's books, and the reappearance of Rachel Price has been on my list for a while. And I haven't pulled the plug on buying it, but it's murder, mystery, thriller type. And basically a new true crime field mystery thriller about a girl determined to uncover the shocking truth about her missing mother while filming a documentary on the unsolved case. That's kind of crazy because I am kind of developing something slightly similar to this. But that's okay. That's all right. It's going to be a good time. It's not the same. But this sounds good, and it's gotten some good reviews, so hopefully it turns out well. Okay, apparently this next book is the second book of the book series. It's called This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. I always see it and I'm intrigued, and it came out in March. So should have read it this year, but didn't get around to it. But basically, Soledad Barnes has her life all planned out, because of course she does. She plans everything. She designs everything. She fixes everything. She's a domestic goddess who's never met a party she couldn't host or a charge she couldn't lead. The one with all the answers and the perfect vinaigrette for that summer salad. But none of her varied talents can save her when catastrophe strikes, and the life she built with the man who was supposed to be her forever goes poof in a cloud of betrayal and disillusion. But there is no time to pout or sulk or even grieve the life she lost. She's too busy keeping a roof over her daughter's heads and food on the table. And in the process of saving them all, Soledad rediscovers herself. From the ashes of a life burned to the ground, something bold and new can rise. But then an unlikely man enters the picture, the forbidden one, the one she shouldn't want but can't seem to resist. She's lost it all before and refuses to repeat her mistakes. Can she trust him? Can she trust herself? After all she's lost and found, can she be brave enough to make room for what could be? Sounds good. It's contemporary romance. I'm intrigued. I'm not a romance girl. I feel like I used to be in terms of books, but not a romance girl because I'm not into the smut. Everybody's not into the smut. I just want cute romance. All right, next is The Shadow Sister by Lily Mead. Sudden going missing is the worst thing to happen to Casey, to their family. She's trying to help find her sister, but Casey is furious, and she can't tell anyone about their argument before Sudden disappeared. Everyone paints a picture of Sudden's perfection, the popular cheerleader with an entourage of friends, a doting boyfriend, and a limitless future. But Sudden manipulated everyone around her, even stole an heirloom bracelet from Casey. People don't look for missing black girls or half black girls without believing there is an angel to be saved. I'm not going to read the rest because this sounds really good. I'm excited. Hopefully it's good. It has great reviews. All right, y'all already know I got to throw some more spooky stuff in here. So apparently this is book 1 of the Flesh and False Gods series. By Chloe Gong, and it's called Immortal Longings. I heard that this was good as well. Fantasy, romance, historical fiction, science fiction. Every year, thousands in the kingdom of Talon will flock to its capital twin city, San Air, where the palace hosts a set of games. For those confident enough in their ability to jump between bodies, competitors across San Air fight to the death to win unimaginable riches. Princess Kala Tulimi lurks in hiding. 5 years ago, a massacre killed her parents and left the palace of Air empty, and she was the one who did it. Before King Kasa forces in Sand can catch her, she plans to finish the job and bring down the monarchy. Her reclusive uncle always greets the victor of the game, so if she wins, she gets her opportunity at last to kill him. Okay, I'm not even gonna read the rest because I feel like these read-ups, I'm reading off Goodreads. I feel like these read-ups are a little too in-depth. I don't want to spoil her, but these are good. Okay, so outside of the books that I didn't give a full rundown on because y'all have heard me ramble about those already, I am interested in the second book of Elemental Love by Celestine Martin, and it's called Kiss and Spell. Looks really cute. Romance, fantasy, witches, paranormal romance. A witch without a spell. All Ursula Caraway wished for was to live happily ever after in her hometown of Freya Grove. The self-proclaimed Jersey Shore witch princess was said to begin her perfect life until a twist of fate changed everything. Now she's telling fortunes to the lovelorn, selling crystals at the local psychic shop, and reclaiming her missing magic. Ursula desperately wishes to shake her life up, so much so that she'll do just about anything, including befriending a very cute, very enchanted prince. Okay, this does sound really cute. I've been eyeing it for a while. It came out at the end of 2023, September 26th, so it's been on my list for a while. I pass it a lot in Target, but it's a cute cover, and I'm excited to read it. All right, so moving on to TV shows and movies. All right, y'all, I'm starting out with the Disney Plus series that's coming out at the end of January, starring Sterling K. Brown and James Marsden. Two phenomenal actors, I must admit. So, this show is called Paradise, and I'm going to read a little bit about it. Paradise is set in a serene community inhabited by some of the world's most prominent individuals. But this tranquility explodes when a shocking murder occurs and a high-stakes investigation unfolds. Not very much to go off of, but it's intriguing. And I saw the trailer. Very much so interested. Looks good. Next is a conspiracy thriller. It's going to be on Netflix on February 20th. It is called 0 Days, starring Robert De Niro. As follows: in the midst of crisis, how can we discover the truth when it seems that the world is being destroyed by uncontrollable forces? Also, to what extent are conspiracy theories our own inventions or products of our imagination? I like that. I love a good conspiracy theory. Not all of them, but I do love a few of them. I will engage. Not on Facebook, but I will engage. So I think this is going to be good. A show that most of us have probably loved, longed for to come back again is Daredevil. So Daredevil Born Again is going to be on Disney Plus on March 4th. And it's starring all of the original players. Basically, Matt Murdock, main character, finds himself on a collision course with Wilson Fisk when their past identities begin to emerge. I'm not quite sure how much of this is going to be a continuation of the previous story and how much of it is going to just be new material that they have come up with. But since Daredevil was always such a good show, all the Marvel shows on Netflix were fire. They really did it in. They made them so dark because they didn't have the same parameters that Disney had to follow traditionally. But now that Disney owns Marvel, I'm just really intrigued to see how they're going to do the Daredevil series. And if they'll bring back Luke Cage, or you know what I'm saying? They should bring back most of those shows. All right, it's a lot of black actors coming out in these TV shows this year. I'm excited. So the next one I have is Watson. It's starring Morris Chestnut, the Morris Chestnut. A year after the death of his friend and partner Sherlock Holmes, Dr. John Watson resumes his medical career at a clinic dedicated to the treatment of rare diseases. However, he soon finds that his old life is not done with him yet. So I'm interested in seeing more about this Watson character because we don't really get that much material on Watson. It's always all these remakes of Sherlock. And so I'm intrigued. It's nice to see some black people playing these roles. I want to see more black people playing more original roles, but this is still good. It's happening. Things are happening. So I'm excited to see where it goes. Oh, and Watson's going to be on CBS. Okay, this next one is Severance. If you've been living under a rock, you have no idea what Severance is, but I'm going to tell you about it. Mark leads a team of office workers whose memories have been surgically divided between their work and personal lives. When a mysterious colleague appears outside of work, it begins a journey to discover the truth about their jobs. This stars Adam Scott, Zach Cherry, Britt Lower. It's a conspiracy thriller. Again, more conspiracies. I love it. Eating it up. Dystopian, psychological, thriller, drama. However you want to spin it. It's an intriguing show. I am eating it up, and season 2 is coming out. And let me tell you the date that it's coming out. Friday, January 17th. So you know that I am foaming at the mouth for this show because it's time. Season 2 is time. We've waited long enough. So I am excited. Another 10 episodes are coming. So go watch Severance. Okay, next, The Last of Us. You also probably were living under a rock if you didn't hear about this. The Last of Us is a dystopian sci-fi thriller drama type show on HBO. After a global pandemic destroys civilization, a hardened survivor takes charge of a 14-year-old girl who may be humanity's last hope. It's kind of horror as well, based off of a video game. Very cool concept. The story development and character development is fire, pristine. I hear that they've done a phenomenal job of keeping up with the lore of the actual game as opposed to making a whole bunch of extra changes. So I find that intriguing because I know that can be hard to do. But they've done a great job. Pedro Pascal, Bella Ramsey, Brendan Rosario. Intrigued about what season 2 has in store. When does it come out? They're saying early 2025. And a third season is apparently in development. I really don't know. I don't have a date. Can't find it. So maybe March if they've got it really hush hush. So we'll see. Either way, stay tuned for that. Another show coming back that I'm really excited about is You. It's going to be its 5th and final season on Netflix. It's starring Penn Badgley and always has new players every season because he kills everybody. He's a serial killer. A dangerously charming, intensely obsessive young man goes to extreme measures to insert himself into the lives of those he is transfixed by. Dark romance, psychological drama, psychological thriller, crime, romance, dark romance. Very, very creepy. Season 5 has not been given a date. I hear that it's coming out this year, but who knows? Who really knows? So all I can say is stay tuned. Okay, so another show I'm intrigued by, never have seen, is called The Apothecary Diaries. I hear that it's a book. It's based on a Japanese light novel series written by Natsu Hyoga and illustrated by Tukushino. Sounds very, very cool. The second season is set to premiere in January of 2025. I don't have the exact date on that, but so far its original run was 2011, which is crazy for the novel series, and they're still writing them, it looks like. They have a manga, which started in 2017, and now they've got the anime. So season 2 is coming out very, very soon. Anime came out last October. Not this past October 2023. It so far has 24 episodes. Let's talk about the premise. Set in a fictional country based on Imperial China during the Tang Dynasty and often referencing knowledge closer to the late Ming Dynasty. The series follows Mao Mao, a young girl working as an apothecary in the Red Light District, who was kidnapped and sold to the Imperial Palace as an indentured servant. However, she still retains her curious and eccentric personality and plans to work there until her 2 years of servitude are over, without drawing the attention of anyone. One day, after hearing rumors that the emperor's newborns and concubines are critically ill, she begins to investigate the cause. So, I'm not going to read more because I don't want to spoil it for myself or for you, but how intriguing is that? Remember we were talking about cartoons for adults? This is for adults. Anime. Go watch it. Oh, and let me tell you where you can find it. Probably on Crunchyroll. Yep, Crunchyroll for free. There you go. All right, on brand for myself, per usual, I have another thriller series. It's called The Night Agent. You probably have heard about it. It's on Netflix. Season 2 is coming out very, very soon. So, last year it came out. What's it about? Low-level FBI agent Peter Sutherland works in the basement of the White House manning a phone that never rings, until the night it does, propelling him into a conspiracy that leads all the way to the Oval Office. Another conspiracy. There is a trend. So, conspiracy thriller, action drama, thriller on Netflix. Season 2 comes out when? Oh, Season 2 is coming out very soon, January 23rd, 2025. So, in a couple of weeks, this is going to be out. Okay, let's add some comedy to the mix. This is a movie that's coming out starring SZA and Keke Palmer. I'm so excited. This is going to be rated R. Interesting. It's written by Sarita Singleton. Excited about that. Janelle James is also in it, and so is Maude Apatow. Very, very funny people. Love this. When best friends and roommates Dro and Alyssa discover, maybe it's Drew, Dreux. We're going to put a pencil in that. When Dro and Alyssa discover Alyssa's boyfriend has blown their rent money, the duo finds themselves going to extremes in a race against the clock to avoid eviction and keep their friendship intact. That's cute. Very intrigued. Love it. I love Keke Palmer. I don't think I've ever seen SZA act I've never seen SZA act. So I'm intrigued about that as well. I don't know how good it's going to be. But yeah, directed by Lawrence Lamont, written by Sarita Singleton. Black people. I'm excited. We're going to keep making good art. So I think that this is going to be a fun watch, and it's coming out January 24th. Another fantasy horror type of film. It's called Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan. He's playing his own twin, apparently. It's a drama horror thriller coming out March 7th, written and directed by Ryan Coogler, also starring Haley Steinfeld, Jack O'Connell. So, trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. I'm excited for this because I freaking love vampires. I love that Black people are creating more stories in the fantasy realm, and I like Ryan Coogler's work. I also like Michael B. Jordan's work. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I'm also always intrigued when filmmakers make twins. I think that the whole process of one actor playing a double or several, like watching What Happened to Monday, I think that that's always such an interesting concept and technical way to tell a story. And I love just seeing how they piece that together. I just want to see how good it is. All I can say is it sounds exciting, sounds fun, sounds exhilarating. So I can't wait to see how it goes. Okay, next on my list is Wicked Part 2. Y'all already know Wicked is a phenomenon. Love it. Has been started out as a book, then they made several movies, then they made the plays and the musicals, and now they made a movie of the musical. And the first one was good, phenomenal. Y'all know Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Cynthia better get her Oscar for this one. She better get her Oscar for this one. But really good. Can't wait to see it. All right, next on my list is Now You See Me 3. I watched the first two, loved it. I don't know if I ever told you guys, I love magic. I'll go to a magic show anytime, any day. If I could learn magic myself, I would. That might be my next hobby class to learn. I'm gonna learn some card tricks, y'all. I'm gonna be the life of the party. Coming out November 14th, Now You See Me is a heist thriller film directed by Ruben Fleischer, screenplay by Eric Warner Singer, and Seth Graham-Smith and Michael Leslie. It's obviously starring Jesse Eisenberg. He was in the other ones. Mark Ruffalo, Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, Isla Fisher, Lizzie Kaplan, Morgan Freeman, Daniel Radcliffe, Ariana Greenblatt, Dominic Sessa, Justice Smith. He's been on the come up. Rosamund Pike is back. The Bang Malaba. I am so excited. I'm not seeing very many details on it, but it is a sequel. Yeah, like I said, coming out November 14th. I kind of know what we're getting into. You know, it just is what it is. The plot follows. Yeah, I mean, the original movie, the plot follows an FBI agent and an Interpol detective who track and attempt to bring to justice a team of magicians who pull off bank heists and robberies. So, I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. I don't know what they're going to do with the sequel, but I love it, so I'm gonna go see it regardless. Okay, guys, another sequel. I know that's all Hollywood is giving us right now. Freakier Friday. It's the sequel to Freaky Friday. Y'all already know, but Tess and Anna discover that lightning may indeed strike twice as they navigate the myriad challenges that come when two families merge. I don't know what that means, but it is directed by Nisha Ganatra. It's going to be coming to theaters on August 8th, and it'll probably be on Disney Plus soon thereafter. Obviously, starring Lindsay Lohan, we've got some Indian actors coming in. Oh, East and Southern Asians. Maitreyi Ramakrishnan and Manny Jacinto. Chad Michael Murray is back. Jamie Lee Curtis is back. Haley Hudson is back, it looks like. And Mark Harmon is back. So Lucille Song is back. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm excited. I really am. Yeah. Hope that this turns out well. I love to see these actors together, so we're gonna watch that for sure. The nostalgia is real. Okay, next, I talked to you guys a little bit about this series of movies called Fear Street that are on Netflix. They come out and they are horrors. I always talk about it around spooky season. This one is called Fear Street Prom Queen. Let's see when it's coming out. It's coming out this year, obviously, but what is it about? Horror film directed by Matt Palmer, and the screenplay he co-wrote with Donald McLeary based on the novel The Prom Queen from the Fear Street book series. I did not realize that this was a book series. Basically, as students at Shadyside High are preparing for the 1988 prom, the It Girls are fighting to get support to be voted prom queen. As an unusual nominee emerges in the race, some of the other candidates begin to vanish without a trace. That sounds good. India Fowler, Susanna Sun, Fina Straza, David Ayanico. I really don't know most of these people. Ariana Greenblatt, Lily Taylor. Most of these people I do not know, but this sounds good. All the other ones have been intriguing, but apparently it's from the book series from R.L. Stine. So I'm interested, and I hope it comes out close to spooky season. Another sequel, y'all, I know. It's going to be the I Know What You Did Last Summer sequel. I never forget what you did last summer. That's the working title. I think they're going to change it, but it's releasing July 18th. And what they're saying is a group of friends is terrorized by a stalker who knows about a gruesome incident from their past. Obviously, same thing from the original. Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., and I'm pretty sure that all of the players are back. It looks like Jennifer Love Hewitt, Ryan Philippe, Freddie Prinze Jr., and Sarah Michelle Gellar are all set to reunite in this movie. That's what Elle is saying. It looks cool. I thoroughly enjoyed the first one. I was always scary to watch like the original slashers, but they turned out to be really kind of funny, and some of them really quite good. So even though it's a sequel of an old movie, I'm still intrigued. So hopefully it goes well. Another sequel, Marvel Universe, per usual. Captain America Brave New World. We love it. Anthony Mackie is Captain America now. It looks like the Hulk is red now. I don't know, but it's coming out Valentine's Day, February 14th. And I'm excited. Like, directing it, Julius Ona. Harrison Ford is in it. Anthony Mackie, Seth Rollins, Rosa Salazar, Giancarlo Esposito. That man is the best villain of all time. I can't wait. Liv Tyler, Tim Blake Nelson. He's good too. I'm intrigued. Okay, what's this about? Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, finds himself in the middle of an international incident and must discover the motive behind a nefarious global plan. Honorable mention, this didn't come out in 2025. I keep having to remember it's a new year. But I want to see Nosferatu. I saw the original, loved it. I love vampires, so I want to see the remake. I think that's going to be good. Next is Frankenstein. I love the concept of Frankenstein. Coming out this year. Oh, this guy is everywhere. Directed by Guillermo del Toro. He is like one of the kings of horror. I love it. It's starring Oscar Isaac, Mia Goth, Ralph Ineson. I'm not pronouncing that properly. But Guillermo del Toro also wrote it with Mary Shelley. Dr. Pretorius tracks down Frankenstein's monster, who is believed to have died in a fire 40 years before, in order to continue the experiments of Dr. Victor Frankenstein. That's cool. I like that a lot. So we're going to see how this goes as well. What date is it coming out? It just says in post-production expected 2025. So no date so far, but it is set to come out this year. And last but not least, we're going to go out with a bang. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2. The Final Reckoning. Starring none other than Tom Cruise. Apparently it's also starring Hannah Waddingham and Vanessa Kirby. Directed by Christopher McQuarrie. I'm not familiar with him. I believe he directed the first one. Couldn't tell you if he did or not. However, when is it coming out? It's expected May 23rd. So we'll see. It's the final chapter, apparently. I can't believe he's retiring this character, but here we are. It is what it is. But I'm excited. I can't wait to see how it ends, to be honest. He either retires like Denzel did in The Equalizer, or this man dies. I don't know. But I know it's going to go out with a bang. It's going to be good because they're all good. They top themselves every single time. I don't know how, but they do. And these are the stories that I'm most excited for 2025. This list is obviously going to be fluid depending on my time, my schedule, my money. Do I have time to go to the movies? Do I have money to like spend $30 at the movies? Do I have money to spend $30 on a book? We'll see. Hopefully. The answer is definitely yes. I will. Other than that, I'm just elated to get into these stories. So many great storytellers, so many great actors and writers, and I can't wait to delve into them. Write down in the comments what you think of this list. Is there anything that I'm missing? Anything that you're interested in that I did not list? Let me know, because I always love to expand my palette. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give me a like if you did. Hit the subscribe button so that you can join the fam. I would love to have you. We are growing. This is a growing community. So we're going to talk about all the books, TV shows, movies that we possibly can, decor. So if that's your jam, hit the subscribe button. I will see you guys in a brand new video in 7 days or less. So until then, guys, go create your best life today.